Welcome to the first episode of Black Cats Chat, the new international fans podcast for Sunderland AFC. I'm delighted to be joined today by Justin Warner from the SAFC NASA branch. Good morning to you, Justin.
Morning.
And also with me today is Danny Dimitrov from the Bulgarian Supporters Branch. Good afternoon, Danny.
Good afternoon, Lee and Justin. Good to see you.
Yeah, okay. So, my name is Lee. I'm from the Bilbao Black Cats branch, and the idea of this pod is to give a voice to those international fans of Sunderland AFC around the world. So, Justin, tell us about yourself.
Well, I've been in Canada for 20 years this year now. So pretty much half of my Sunderland supporting lifetime has been spent in Canada. We moved here, if you do the maths, in 2004. At the time with two small children, now with not quite so small children. Been a member of the NASA branch since its foundation in 2013. Before then, there was, I think, the Black Cats of North America, which was based out of Toronto, and there are a bunch of other smaller groups across the US as well. So we had SAFC USA, SAFC New York, SAFC Ohio, just lots of little groups all over the place. So we sort of got together. I say we, it was a guy called Degsy, was the brainchild. NASA was his brainchild. Got all the groups together and formed NASA. At our peak, we were at about 350 members. I think we were the biggest international branch. It's sort of dwindled since the Premier League days. Had a bit of a lift last year with the pre-season tour in the States. We got back into the sort of high 200s, but I think at the moment we're sitting at about 180 members at the start of this season. So that's about par for the course, really. Sort of high hundreds, low 200s membership. Members across pretty much most of the large metropolitan areas in the States and in Canada. And obviously we have a few people in sort of out in the sticks in Wyoming and other places who we sort of try and keep in touch with and try and get together. I mean, the Toronto branch does a really good job of getting people together. We meet for almost every match day, either in Toronto or in Oakville. We're strongly encouraging the rest of our members to get together on a more regular basis. I mean, New York does okay, looking at sort of larger groups in Atlanta, Philadelphia. We have quite a lot of people in Texas, again, off the back of the preseason tour. Obviously, the big challenge with us is that the time difference. It's sort of trying to get a bar that'll open at sort of 6-7 o'clock in the morning. It's a little bit difficult. So really looking for people to sort of host events. But trying to get together as much as possible. Leeds, I think, will be the next big one that we're going to be targeting to get the branch together.
Sounds brilliant. Brilliant. Danny, what about your story with the Bulgarian Black Cats?
We also exist since 2013, so that's making us 11 years old. Perhaps you remember you've met Rado, my mate, who actually came to the Sunderland International Fans Day, and two of us founded the branch in 2013. But we've had this idea from 2005 when we've met, and we obviously it took us time to get everything going and register and everything. We're extremely proud of this, and well, each of us has got different story how we became Sunderland fans. My one is, I'll give you the short version, because I've got pub version as well, which is taking longer. But it was mainly the name of Rocker Park that attracted me first, because I'm into rock music and heavy metal, and when I seen the team Sunderland came up in a newspaper or something, and they were called the Rock Rides and Rocker Park, and I just got attracted to the name. But then, like slowly, I started like following the team, and I just started to feel this connection. And after we had this FA Cup run, 1992, as a second division team, we reached the final. That basically completed me as a Sunderland fan, because I was watching highlights on Bulgarian TV, and it was something that they never showed before, but they were following the FA Cup. And then luckily for us, we reached the final. So I could see some extended highlights from Roker Park. And I could see the atmosphere. I could see how the team is playing and giving 100%. I just fell in love. It was a pure affection, like a natural thing that happened to me. I just recognized myself with these fans on the stands. And I never regretted my choice, no matter the suffering in the last 34 years. But that's how it is. I mean, yeah, we got about 70 members, but we're hoping to grow bigger. And I still believe that one day we're going to get a Bulgarian player, which is going to probably help to get more Bulgarians to follow the team.
Yeah,
but we're doing our best to promote the branch and going here and there. And I appear in Bulgarian TV quite often. This time I was there again for the Sheffield Wednesday game. So again, we mentioned the branch. My mate Rado also appears there. Some other members as well. So yeah, we're trying everything to get ourselves noticed.
That's excellent. That's absolutely brilliant. Keep on doing that. Well, for my case, I'm from the Bilbao Black Cats. We formed in 2022. Me and my co-partner Johnny Coburn. We've met each other in 2013, and most of those years we were a shoulder to cry on, because, as you mentioned, we were just suffering every year, avoiding relegation, and then, well, we both had kids, and we decided to kind of like, well, we've got a choice. We're going to keep the red and white of Sunderland or the red and white of Athletic Club Bilbao. So we decided to go for Sunderland. And then on the back of Sunderland Till I Die, we did notice like a huge peak in interest in Sunderland. And we've got members who joined us from that. We've got members who randomly joined us because their favourite player was Asamoah Gyan, and he became a fan of Sunderland. One of our lads became a fan because his uncle told him that the red and white of Athletic Club Bilbao came from Sunderland, which kind of like provoked our interest in the research. And yeah, right now we've got about 20 members, give or take, kids, adults, and we're just trying to promote Sunderland and the Sunderland way wherever we go. All right, so today, then, we were going to be joined by Martin Steffner from the German Black Cats, but unfortunately, he's recovering from illness, so he can't be with us today. So get well soon, Martin. And give a special mention also to the Black Cats of Italy, who yesterday held a charity match against the Italy Magpies to raise funds for the Fans Museum Mental Health Hub. And although they lost the match 2-0, they did raise €1,000 to give to the Fans Museum Mental Health Hub. So a big congratulations to those guys. We've played 4 matches. We've won 4. We've got nothing to complain about. What do you think, Justin, so far at the start?
We've let a goal in. That was just very, very disappointing. Yeah, I mean, it's I think it's beyond most of our wildest dreams. To be brutally honest, I don't think anybody really expected us to be going into the season with four on the bounce. And I think the most important thing, I mean, if you look apart from the Cardiff game, which was a little bit bitty. I mean, it was sort of the obviously first game of the season. I think we've played really well as well, and we've clearly deserved the wins. And I think the performance against Burnley particularly was a standout for me. I thought we've played really well and matched ourselves against a team that's obviously just been relegated from the Premier League and have easily deserved the wins in each of the games. So yeah, big thumbs up from me so far.
Mm-hmm. Danny, what do you think about the start we've made?
Well, yeah, I mean, like Justin said, I don't think most of us expected this to happen. I don't even remember if Sunderland ever started a season with 4 wins from 4 games. I'm not sure, but I was really impressed not only by the wins, but the way we play. Particularly, as you mentioned, Justin, against Burnley, this was a top performance. But I would equally say that against Sheffield Wednesday was like another professional performance with 4 brilliant goals, and against an opposition that was making a great progress last season with this young German manager. And I really thought that they're going to be a tough opposition. And we, obviously, as you know, we've outplayed them and scored 4 brilliant goals. And not to mention that we only conceded an own goal in the last game. So before that, it was like clean sheets, 3 clean sheets. And it was going to be a fourth one, unfortunately for Luke O'Nien to dive and score in our own net. But nevertheless, this is an absolutely brilliant start. And I actually worry about this international break because when you have the momentum, I really thought that we need to get more games and more wins because the lads are confident now, and their confidence is building every game we win, particularly against oppositions like Burnley, which I still believe are one of the teams that are going to be up there at the end of the season. So this is a brilliant start, and I just hope that we can carry on next week against Plymouth because, as you know, this is a tough division. There's another 42 games to play, and depending on injuries and suspensions, we must pick up points fast because you never know what's going to happen come Christmas. And yes, we need to use every opportunity to win as many games now and get away from all the chasing teams.
Yeah, Justin, do you agree with Danny there about his point regarding the international break coming at the wrong time? It's a bit of a concern, you think, or not?
My only real concern about the international break is that players will go away and come back injured. I don't think it's. I think with the international breaks are coinciding with the end of the transfer window, I think it gives Lebris the opportunity to work with the incoming players and sort of assimilate them into the team mentality and tactics. So I think from that perspective, it's an opportunity. We've got two weeks of training essentially to get the new guys in and up to speed. I mean, I get Danny's point that obviously it would be nice to keep the momentum going, and I think Plymouth it's a long trip again away. Plymouth, I think, don't have a win to their name yet as well, which is the Sunderland way would be for us to lose that one. But yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think it gives players a chance to recharge their batteries a little bit and work on their tactical side of things. Because I mean, Lebris only came in really fairly late in pre-season. And I think that was shown, as I mentioned in the Cardiff game. I think it wasn't the purest of performances there, and I think he said after the game that he felt there was things for us to work on. So, yeah, I think having that 2-week window gives him the opportunity to work with the team closer, and hopefully we'll have a good performance against Plymouth.
Yeah, and one other thing that stands out for me is that we've played 4-1-4, but we haven't been having a lot of possession. I mean, if we look at the Cardiff game, it was 35%, Sheffield Wednesday 51%, Burnley 41%, and Portsmouth 45%. But we do seem to be more clinical and ruthless than before. Has that surprised you, Danny?
I wouldn't say that surprised me, but obviously they must have studied what they done in the previous few seasons where we had lots of possession, but then we lost so many games. Now, for me, the most important thing is to win a game. I don't care the possession is like 25% or 30%. As you say, you get the chances, you score, you get the 3 points in the bag, and you move on. Nobody will remember how we played. What we're going to remember is the result. It's going to be like a 1-0 defeat or my favorite 1-0 win. I really want